What is up, internet land? Are you interneters interneting? And TikTokers TikToking and YouTubers YouTubing? Whatever you're doing. So this is Bob with GoPen. Just checking in. Wanted to talk to you about a couple podcasts I've got planned. Been talking about them for a long time. It's time to start taking guests and putting them out there. First, I wanted to kind of do a shout out to the junk removal industry. Kind of like to keep our finger on the pulse of small business and the trades, and junk removal. That seems to be a very popular and trending side hustle right now. And it occurred to me that junk removal, here's some deadpan humor. Uh, Junk removal is an outstanding name for an industry that you can really clean up with. Maybe even a better name for a gender reassignment clinic. Where it's like 1-800-GOT-JUNK. You just point at it and they'll make it disappear. Or maybe a circumcision clinic. Anyway, apologize for that humor right there. Let's talk about these podcasts. There's two that I really want to get panels of people on. The first one is called Bromods. And Bromods is a podcast it's celebrating dudes who build shit. Modifieds, modifications, custom builds, inventions. I think it is the spirit of invention and innovation that made America great, period. Probably the spirit of invention and innovation that made mankind and humanity what it is today. It's people who get this crazy freaking idea for something, and then they get it out of idea land and into reality land, and they build the damn thing. And I'm going to use an example of mine right here. I'm on go-pen.com right now. Go there, pick up a membership for $25.99 a year or $20 for a package of 10, $20 each, and you will get access to GoPen. You'll be able to see this site as we build it out and the content starts to show up, and you will get free safety training, or I should say training is included with your membership, weekly interactive tailgate training and online portions as well, complete with certificates that you can put in your training records. Nobody's doing that. Amazing deal for $20 to $25, $26 a year. It's a crazy price. So here's Bromods. What I did was I wanted a pizza oven. And so I built it. I wanted one that I could make a real New York style pizza in. 18, 20 inches. And cook it in, 7 to 10 minutes at 550 to 650 degrees, which is about what the New York ovens do. They're not super hot like the Neapolitan ovens that do it in like 90 seconds. But the reason I wanted the oven is that, well, they're expensive to buy, almost cost prohibitive for one that'll do an 18-inch pie. Like if you get the Gosney Dome or other varieties, they're just, when you get one that big, they're really expensive. So I built one, and I built it. First, I experimented with a bonfire pit and an old lid, and then this cast iron pizza steel, and I burned the fuck out of my hands trying to make it and burned the pizza. And then I got this Weber kettle off of Facebook Marketplace, I think it was, for $100, new in the box. And I tried to get it to work with this bonfire ring here, propane bonfire ring. But all I did was fill the kettle up, make it into a damn bomb, and then it would blow out the bottom here, like I was some sort of rocket ship trying to take off. And then I got a banjo burner, which I had a little bit more control over. It's a high pressure banjo burner, but it was cheap, maybe $50 by Concord. And I got this convection fan here that is from a commercial chicken rotisserie from like Costco. So there's a convection fan right here. And then I got this lid or this hinge right here for a barrel smoker. And when you put it on the Weber, you can look at the geometry. It ends up opening only about 2/3 of the way, which gives you a little bit more, makes it look a little bit more like an opening of a pizza oven. It doesn't let all your heat out. So that's what it looks like on the inside. And I didn't stop there. I actually added a electric heating element so I could make it into a smoker. And it was still burning my pizza. You can see there's the flame. You probably can't see my cursor, but anyway, this picture to the middle and to the left is the flame that's coming up, and then the next one is a 16-inch cast steel wok, carbon steel wok, and then there's a 1/4-inch pizza steel that goes up on the grate. It gets really hot, so you have to buy like a really sturdy grate, and that's what the pizza looks like when it's done. You can see the Borg-like mechanism right here. This is where the convection fan is, and it really works like magic. Absolutely outstanding. Excellent pizza. And so I built this damn thing, and I thought, who the fuck does this? Who builds this kind of shit? I mean, I could have just went and bought one, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make it because that's the kind of shit that builders do. So I thought I'd start this podcast called Bromods. And what I'm looking for is anybody who has done shit like this before and wants to share it. If you're a builder, please reach out. Go to GoatPen, use the contact form, or DM me. And let's see what, it's kind of like a whip it out contest. I've shown you mine, you show me yours. Like I said, I didn't stop there. I added a smoking element, or a heating element, so I can use it as a smoker. Made some smoked salmon right there. It's done brisket, pulled pork. And because it's a convection oven, it does it in about 80% of the time. So I can do a full-size boneless pork shoulder. I mean, it's perfectly smoked and juicy after about 6 hours. Here's some other examples of Bromods. Those are microphone stands for my podcast studio. Took the riser off, bolted it directly to the base so I could use the cross arm, and then JB welded a 2.5-pound weight plate on the bottom. That way they don't tip over. And it's absolutely awesome. I don't know if you can see it, but this is one right here. Use it to hang my microphone on, or my headphones. Here's my desk. That's the one I'm at right now. This is a 30-inch, about square tabletop from IKEA, and it slides over the keyboard tray. This is a Lazy Boy recliner. And I pull this thing back, and it's so fucking comfortable. Then to make the Lazy Boy a little bit higher, I put some casters on the bottom. So I'm not claiming that I am a master inventor or that these fucking things are revolutionary. But what I am saying is that I find this shit interesting. And I would like to interview people who have built things like this. Simple mods like this, a little bit more fabrication like I did with the Bromod pizza oven. So reach out. If you've built something, let's do a podcast. And then the other podcast I wanted to throw out there to get some guests on is called Dudeus Ex Machina, which is kind of a play on words. So Deus Ex Machina is the actual phrase, and it's a sort of a literary device or a theatrical device where a god shows up and saves the day at the end, and the heroes are the heroes. They kind of win the day. And so I'm sort of just changed it around a little bit, and I'm calling it Dudeus Ex Machina, and it's just regular dudes trying to solve the world's problems. blue-collar philosophers trying to figure out what we can do about all the problems that we've got. Leveraging AI to help us because, maybe we're not the brightest guys in the world, but I think sometimes we look to the individuals with high degrees, sociologists and other types of ologists, and they're not doing us any favors. Because sometimes the reality is that you just need someone who looks at you and says, hey, bro, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's simple logic right there. So I would like to get a panel of people together and talk about all the world's problems and see if we can solve them. That's Dudeus Ex Machina. All right. That's all I got.